Well, the Dup15q Alliance really identified early that they wanted to be involved in research, involved in bench research, and really trying to move that needle forward and learning more about what the genetic mechanism is that's affected in these kids. So early on, they invested in mouse models and fruit fly models, like what I'm looking for words. So they invested in mouse models and fruit fly models to really kind of figure out the mechanism, mostly specific to the phenotype and seizures. But since then, now we've kind of translated it into, well, we would also like to see what the trajectory of the course of the disorder is. So when after you get that diagnosis, what are the common and the biggest burdens that happen with families? And what are the treatments that they're receiving? And what kind of medications are they on? Is it working? Because oftentimes we find that people with Dup15q syndrome, they don't respond the same as other people do on similar drugs. Our seizures are often uncontrolled because of that. So the anti-epileptics that are out there are not really cutting the mustard, as they say. So for that reason, we are involved in our first clinical trial through Ovid Therapeutics, and it's a drug from Takeda, and it's an anti-epileptic. It's not specific to the Dup15q pathway, but is more specific to those rare and kind of catastrophic and uncontrolled seizures. And so that's our first endeavor. We've been partnering with them for just about a year, and it's going really well. And we're finding we have a due diligence for our families to kind of educate them on what a clinical trial looks like, what that means, what's good for them and what's not good for them when another drug comes on the line, and really how we can effectively partner with these different pharma organizations to really target what our families need. I think it's really important that it might not be that they're involved in the clinical trial, meaning that they're getting the actual treatment. It's more important that they're educating themselves about clinical trials in general. So if the drug is right for their child, it's very important to step up, see if that it makes sense for that child. But at the same time, just knowing that it's out there, that if there's another family that is interested in this or this, it would be a better fit for them, that they know what that means. And being a good participant in clinical trials is really, really important for the success of all of this. Because when it comes down to it, it is your child, but at the end of the day, I was sitting on a panel recently, and I was sitting with a bunch of other families, and it was really stark when you're talking about pharma and you're talking about interventions and treatments. Oftentimes people who are participating in clinical trials now won't be the ones that actually benefit from it long term, because they've been living with it for a long time. They're looking at drugs that are going to be more for the younger generation coming in. So it's something to educate themselves, and we really take an active role in that. And this is what a clinical trial is. This is how you can effectively participate without unblinding yourself or unblinding somebody else. And you want to talk about the results, but how that might affect another person, and you don't want to do that until after either the data's been processed or something like that. But just trying to not muddy the waters and really see if the drug is working, because it benefits everybody if it is successful in a way that's very clean, and it benefits nobody if it gets so muddy and so dirty that they can't use the data that actually bring it to market.
Yeah.